Welcome everyone to the Madden 21 Denver Broncos franchise. My name is the Flute Die Games, and this is going to be my first ever series here on this channel. If you're excited, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe as Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos are getting ready to take on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans. This is the first episode of this series, and it is going to be a simulation-based franchise. Denver. Drew Lock is the young starting quarterback of this team. We have to make sure that he can develop into the guy. It's been 5 years since Peyton Manning has left the Denver Broncos, and it's just been a year of torment for quarterbacks at this position. Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum, and Joe Flacco. Can the Denver Broncos finally prove to the world that they have their starting quarterback? It's time to figure out right now. We have a jam-packed, action-packed episode 1 for you guys today. Now, we're going to look at the offense real quick before we get into this game with the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football. Drew Lock, our young starting quarterback, second year out of Missouri. Phillip Lindsay, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy out of the first round from Alabama. I made a quick change for the offensive line. Instead of making Lloyd Cushenberry our starting center, I put Natan Moody there just in case. I feel like he's going to have a better chance just because he has that hidden development. But if he does end up getting injured like he has issues with, we have Lloyd Cushenberry back there. For the defense, of course, Von Miller, Justin Simmons, great people to have on this team. Bradley Chubb, young pass rusher. We have Bryce Callahan, AJ Boye, Michael Jamudia out of Iowa. Decent cornerback and secondary core with the pass rush from Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. I think the only the only weakness of this defense is that linebacker core, even though AJ Johnson is a great linebacker in his own right. And a little bit on the defensive line. Mike Purcell is a great run stopper, as well as Shelby Harris and Jarrell Casey. But all of them are starting to get up there in age. We're going to have to start looking at either the draft or free agents to bring in to fill in those spots if they get too old and regress. Like I was telling you all, this is going to be a simulation-based franchise, so here we go. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Ryan Tannehill with Derrick Henry behind him is going to hand the ball off, and he's going to fight forward for about a gain of 3 yards. Derrick Henry, such a threat on the ground, basically carried the Tennessee Titans team into the playoffs and to beat the Patriots and the Ravens, as Ryan Tannehill looks like he found Adam Humphries in the middle of the field for about a gain of 17 yards. What is your guys' opinion of the Denver Broncos right now in real life? I know that they are 3-5, just coming off a tough loss against the Atlanta Falcons. But, you know, they show a little bit of promise. They just have a hard time getting that offense going. Hopefully that is not the case here, with key pieces not missing in the simulation compared to real life. Back to the game, we have Ryan Tannehill first down at the 45-yard line. I formation for the Titans. Corey Davis goes into motion. Looks like it might be a handoff to Derrick Henry, and that's what it's going to be. Derrick Henry is going to plow forward just about a gain of 1. You know, it seems like no matter how many times you stop him behind the line or after a gain of yard, it always seems like he's going to break a big run off, as it's going to be hand off to him one more time, about a gain of 2 more. It's now 3rd down and 6, as it looks like Justin Simmons comes down from the safety spot. Looks like it's a safety blitz. Tries to come down and get to him, but it is well short of the first down. Corey Davis with the catch, but AJ Boye / Bradley Chubb are able to wrap him up and bring him down for 4th down. Looks like the Tennessee Titans are about to punt. After a punt into the end zone, Drew Lock takes his first snap in the 2020 season. In the shotgun with Phillip Lindsay next to him, as it's a handoff to Phillip Lindsay. Gets about a gain of 5 yards. Phillip Lindsay is that home run threat to this offense. It seems like every time he catches the ball, he has that home run mentality about him. Cortland Sutton at the top of your screen. Drew Lock is trying to set up the screen, just able to get it off, as Phillip Lindsay is able to carry for a first down up to the 34-yard line. Good completion for Lock to try and get him into a groove. About a gain of 9 right there. It is now 1st down and 10 at the 34. Drew Lock going to take the snap. He's going to launch the ball, and it's picked off. His first pass downfield is going to be picked off. Bad decision by Lock. That is Jonathan Joseph with the interception on Drew Lock. Tennessee looks like they are looking to capitalize off the mistake of Drew Lock. It is now 1st down and 10 at the Denver 27. Tannehill takes the snap. He's going to float one, and it gets broken up at the last second by Justin Simmons, intended for Corey Davis. 2nd down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Tannehill with Derrick Henry behind him. He's going to get the carry. Derrick Henry's going to get the ball, and he's going to truck over Justin Simmons for the 1st down. About a gain of 17 yards to the 10-yard line. It is a 1st down and 10, and they are deep into Denver's red zone. Like I was telling you, it is hard to bring down a man like Derrick Henry, and Justin Simmons just felt the brunt force of that truck. And Derrick Henry basically carrying this team down the field as we speak. Good job by Kareem Jackson to knock him out of bounds before our touchdown was able to be scored. 1st down and 10 at the 10-yard line. Tannehill on the shotgun. Looks like that is A.J. Brown at the top of your screen. And it's going to be broken up. Looks like it was intended for either Adam Humphries. No, it was my mistake. Jonnu Smith. I'm so sorry. 2nd down and 10 now. It looks like it's a running formation. That's what it is. Dive up the middle. And looks like that was Jarrell Casey who was able to come up and wrap Derrick Henry up. 3rd down and 6 now. This is the 2nd, 3rd, and 6 for the Tennessee Titans in this quarter. And it's going to be a touchdown pass to Jonnu Smith. That was a very soft defense played by Denver, and the Tennessee Titans were able to just capitalize to a touchdown for Jonnu Smith. The 1st touchdown scored in this series is going to be against the Denver Broncos. Coming off the interception, let's see if Drew Lock can bounce back here as he opens up in the shotgun again. He's going to take the snap. Drew Lock in the pocket. He has to throw it away, but Jadeveon Clowney is able to get to him before he can throw the ball. About a loss of 8 yards. And Drew Lock, 2 straight plays for him where he has made poor decisions. He has to throw the ball away in that kind of situation if he is feeling pressure. And he's just keeping his eyes downfield. Looks like he was about ready to either throw it or throw it away, but Jadeveon Clowney just way too fast for Drew Lock on that play. 2nd down and 18. The Denver Broncos have themselves in a little bit of a hole here. Looks like that was Cortland Sutton in the slot, and Drew Lock's going to dump it down to Phillip Lindsay, who tries to make a move, but gets about a gain of 6 yards, 2 for 3 for 15 yards, and that interception. Brings up 3rd and long for the Broncos. Let's see if they can convert. Drew Lock going to take the snap, going to throw downfield, and either almost picked or almost caught by Tim Patrick. 4th down and 12, and Sam Martin is going to be punting the ball away. Denver not able to get it going at all on offense. The defense not able to really bail them out on that last drive. Let's see if the defense can hold this time. Let's do a little bit of simming here as Ryan Tannehill finds Jonnu Smith for 9 yards. And Derrick Henry picks up that 1st down. Looks like the Titans are marching as Mike Purcell gets a 5-yard penalty called against him. 1st and 5, and the Titans are just moving and grooving this ball. They are in Denver's red zone one more time as Derrick Henry catches a Ryan Tannehill pass to extend the Tennessee Titan lead 14-0. On the ensuing drive, Phillip Lindsay gets about a gain of 4. And Drew Lock finds Jerry Jeudy for his 1st catch in the NFL for about a gain of 21 yards. That's one way to get this offense going as Jayon Brown knocks down Drew Lock's pass the next play. And Malcolm Butler knocks away his pass too. And Drew Lock misses yet another pass and it is now a punt again for Sam Martin. He's going to probably be busy a little bit as Von Miller gets the sack on 1st down and 10. Let's jump back into this drive here as the Titans finally get a little bit of a stoppage here with Von Miller with the sack. About a gain, a loss of 9 yards. So quick throw from Ryan Tannehill. And looks like that was Corey Davis, or that was A.J. Brown. My bad, I'm so sorry. 3rd down and 12 is going to be for the Tennessee Titans as he takes the snap. Ryan Tannehill drifting. And he's going to dump it down to Derrick Henry, who's going to be just stopped short of the 1st down marker. Kareem Jackson with the clutch play to stop the Titans from gaining the first down yardage. Denver now back to their own 7-yard line. I don't think they've even crossed midfield yet in this game, as Drew Lock is going to hand off to Phillip Lindsay here, who's able to run forward for about a gain of 3 yards. Just 3 rushes for 12 yards for Phillip Lindsay. I haven't seen Melvin Gordon yet, and, you know, that's something that I think is the best for this team. Feed Phillip Lindsay on the draw play here. He's going to break a couple tackles here and fight forward for that first down yardage to the 20-yard line, as it is the end of the first quarter. Tennessee Titans are up 14-0 on the Denver Broncos. Will Drew Lock be able to climb out of this hole? Coming out of the first quarter, Drew Lock's going to be in the shotgun at the 20-yard line. So to hand off to Phillip Lindsay again. Hand off for the third straight play as he bursts forward for about a gain of 4 yards. Drew Lock, Portland Sutton at the bottom of your screen there in that wide receiver area looking there. As Jadeveon Clowney once again sacks Drew Lock. 3rd and 12 is upcoming for the Broncos. I don't know what happened there on the offensive line. Looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication as Jadeveon Clowney just came in untouched. I think Phillip Lindsay might have missed an assignment there, or else he was just told to go out for the pass play, as Drew Lock has been thrown around by this Titans defense. Drew Lock, 3rd and 12 with the bunch formation up at the top of your screen there. Drew Lock takes the snap. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. Looks like that's Jerry Jeudy on the reception yet again. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Good find by Drew Lock to be able to continue this drive. After the first down play to Jerry Jeudy, it is now 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Drew Lock takes the snap, steps back, and he has to get rid of the ball as he keeps drifting, and it's a fumble. It's a fumble, but Garrett Bowles is able to fall on it. Jadeveon Clowney with his 3rd sack of the game in the first half. That is his 2nd sack on the drive. That was a loss of 18 yards as the Denver Broncos are just back where they were behind the 20-yard line. Drew Lock has to get rid of the ball quickly, and that's not going to do it. That's another miss by him. Cortland Sutton was looking for that on the drag, but Drew Lock has to be careful here as he misses yet again a wide open Noah Fant. 4th and 28, and Denver has to punt yet again. After a decent punt from Sam Martin and Jarrell Casey, this defense is not helping themselves out here as the Titans are once again on the move. This might be a blowout in Denver as the Titans are looking to extend that lead to maybe a 3-possession lead, as it's now 1st and goal, but Bradley Chubb able to sack Tannehill. 3rd down and goal now, and the Denver defense is able to hold the Titans to a field goal, and it was missed. The field goal was missed as Drew Lock finds Jerry Jeudy for 22 yards. The Denver Broncos really needed that break, as now they need to score points. They cannot afford to take any losses on this drive. It is now 4th and 8, and it's yet another punt by Sam Martin. This offense looks like it can be explosive, but they just have not been able to show the prowess to get down the field, as it is yet another punt by the Titans. Picking up right before the 2-minute warning. 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Drew Lock in the shotgun. He has to create something on this drive, as he dumps it down to Phillip Lindsay, but Phillip goes out of bounds after a loss of 2. It is now 2nd and 13, and that's just the story of this game. Denver has not been able to go forward and just keeps going backwards as Drew Lock gets sacked again. Jeffrey Simmons Jr., that is the 4th sack of the game for the Titans, and Drew Lock is really feeling the hurt here. 3rd down and 20. I wouldn't be surprised if we just handed the ball off to Phillip Lindsay, and that's what we do. And after about a gain... Oh, Phillip Lindsay! Phillip Lindsay breaks through! That looked like that was about a gain of 2 as Phillip Lindsay is able to break from the pile down to the 5-10 touchdown Denver. 88 yards for Phillip Lindsay, and that's what I'm talking about, Phillip Lindsay. He is the spark of this offense. It looked like he was stopped in the backfield, but he was able to escape the pile, and Phillip Lindsay with an 88-yard touchdown. Look at this play. DeMar Dotson and Noah Fant, they looked like they were stopping his momentum, but Phillip Lindsay able to get out of the pile and score the touchdown. After the extra point from Brian McManus, the Denver Broncos have shrunk the lead from the Tennessee Titans down to 7, as it's now 14-7, and it's going to be a 2-minute drill for Ryan Tannehill and the Titans. About a 5-yard gain to A.J. Brown, brings up 2nd down and 5. Wonder if they're going to start using their timeouts here, as is the 1-minute 30-second mark has passed. Tannehill is going to find Derrick Henry out of the backfield, and the Titans have just been continuously moving this ball. The Denver Broncos have gotten really lucky on that missed field goal, was able to set them up with points. As Tannehill looks like he finds A.J. Brown for the first down near midfield, as the Tennessee Titans are going to burn their first timeout of the half. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, 56 seconds left to go in the half before halftime. As Tannehill's going to pump fake, he's going to look down the field, and he's going to find Adam Humphries, who reaches forward for the first down marker. And yet again, the Titans are going to call their second timeout here. I would have maybe ran one more play before calling that. That was only a rundown of 6 seconds. Got to be careful with the time management here. Tannehill takes the snap. Von Miller's coming for him, as he finds a wide open Corey Davis, who loses the football. It looks like, who is that? I think Michael Ojemudia just picked up the fumble. I think Kareem Jackson might have caused that fumble, as Michael Ojemudia picks up the fumble recovery. Look at this play once again. That was no, that wasn't Kareem Jackson. That was Mark Barron who causes the fumble, and Michael Ojemudia sets the Broncos up with 1st and 10 at the 30. 41 seconds left in the half, as the Denver Broncos are able to take the ball away from the Titans. Drew Lock, let's see if he can do anything. He's going to try throwing the ball away, but that is yet again another sack allowed by this Denver Broncos offensive line. That is just one way to not let your young quarterback get anything going. As you can see up at the top of the screen there, 5 sacks to Denver's just 2 sacks. As Drew Lock's going to find, looks like that was Jerry Jeudy yet again, slowly becoming his favorite target in this game. Looks like that was like the majority of the receptions going to Jeudy. 3rd down and 7 with about 30 seconds left to go. Cortland Sutton at the top of your screen there, as Drew Lock's going to dump it down to Noah Fant, who gets the first down, and Denver's going to have to go hurry up here, but Denver has to call a timeout. Noah Fant with his first reception, I believe, of the game. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. If they get the catch here, they have to get out of bounds quickly, as Drew's going to dump it down to Phillip Lindsay, who is just about to get over midfield, but that's all they can do, as that is the end of the first half. Denver with a couple of key mistakes there, but able to get into this game yet again with the fumble and the 88-yard run by Phillip Lindsay. Now, obviously, there's more things we can work on. Drew Lock has to be smarter with the sack and, getting rid of the football. As you look at the games around the league, this is Monday Night Football, so the games have already been played. The Kansas City Chiefs were able to squeak by the Houston Texans. It looks like the Las Vegas Raiders fell short to the Carolina Panthers, led by Teddy Bridgewater. And Joe Burrow wins his rookie debut against the Los Angeles Chargers. Looking around the league as well, looks like the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen were able to pick up a win against the Jets. Atlanta picks up an upset against Seattle, and the Washington football team is able to also get a win over the Eagles. And how about Green Bay? 44-3 against the Minnesota Vikings. That was just a slaughter. As Denver, not a lot of plays through the air, but Phillip Lindsay with that 88-yard run after getting out of the pile that just seemed to swallow him whole, puts the Denver Broncos right back into this game. Let's see if they can claw back their way into a lead and possibly the win. Coming out of halftime, and Denver does get the ball first. Rushing yards, Denver's already over 100 yards as Drew Lock is going to step back here. Let's see if he can get rid of the ball before he gets sacked. And he's going to make the completion. That was to Tim Patrick for the first down yardage to the 39-yard line. That was about a gain of 11 yards there. It's going to be a handoff to Philip Lindsay yet again. He cuts forward, spins forward for the first down marker to the 49-yard line. About another gain of 11, and he's already over 120 yards rushing. If he keeps running like that, we might have our first 200-yard rusher of the season already in the first game. Like I said, Philip Lindsay is so special to this team. I don't know what would happen if we ever lost him. First down and 10 near midfield. Cortland Sutton at the bottom of your screen there. Away from the bunch as Drew Lock, he's going to dump it down. Looks like that is Noah Fant. About a gain of 8 yards there. That's just one thing you have to do to get your rhythm is, you know, you got to dump down a little bit and you got to take what the defense gives you. It's Drew Lock drifting back, and he throws the ball just away, just before the rush can get there. That's something Drew's doing. He's drifting back way too much. He needs to make the quick read as Philip Lindsay's going to get the carry yet again. But he gets swallowed in the backfield. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. It is now 4th and 2 at the 43-yard line. Following a Sam Martin punt that pins the Titans at the 4-yard line. Dangerous position for them. As man in motion there, going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, who gets swallowed by Bradley Chubb after a gain of 1. I formation back for the Titans as Justin Simmons comes down from his safety position. It's going to be another rush as he tries to get Derrick Henry down, but Derrick Henry's going to fight forward for the first down yardage to the 15-yard line. Bryce Callahan able to wrap him up before anything too bad happened. But it looked like Justin Simmons was able to get into the backfield there, but Derrick Henry is elusively fast. Like, he's a big man, but he can put the speed on when he wants to. Strong formation here for the Titans. As Derrick Henry's going to get the ball yet again, but he gets wrapped up by Von Miller before he can go any farther. Shelby Harris, I'm sorry. 2nd and 6 for the Tennessee Titans. Tannehill's going to step back. He's going to dump it down. It looks like he finds Corey Davis yet again. Tannehill's been efficient. 2 touchdowns already on the day. Corey Davis with about 41 yards receiving. As Tannehill's going to take the snap, and he's going to drift back, but he's going to find his man, Corey Davis, yet again. Or Jonnu Smith. You know, a lot of 80s on this team. Tennessee Titans 43-yard line. They are moving this ball after being stuck on the 4-yard line there. Let's see if Denver can hold up on their defensive line. A.J. Johnson looked like he wants to fill the gap there, as it's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, who's breaks free. Derrick Henry stiffs arms Kareem Jackson and gets bumped out of bounds by Bryce Callahan. That is the one thing Denver did not want to have happen in this game, was let Derrick Henry loose. But as you can see, look at that. Get off me, he says to Kareem Jackson. As Bryce Callahan doesn't really tackle him out of bounds. He just kind of hopefully prays to push him out of bounds. As it is now 1st down and 10 at the 31-yard line of Denver. And they got to hold strong here. They cannot let yet another touchdown score. It's going to be another handoff to Derrick Henry, but he gets wrapped up. That was Josie Jewell and Bryce Callahan in the tackle together. And able to not let him get anything farther than to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 at the 31-yard line. About 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Tannehill takes the snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to try throwing it, but that was Kareem Jackson on the safety blitz. 3rd and 22. That was a wonderful play by the veteran safety, as is now 3rd down and 22 at the 43-yard line, effectively knocking the Tennessee Titans out of field goal range. Tannehill tried to throw that away, but just was not able to get it out before Kareem Jackson made the sack. as that could have been really a fumble there, but the refs, I guess, don't want to give it to Denver here. 3rd down and 22 at the 43-yard line. Tannehill takes the snap. He's going to dump it down to Derrick Henry, who gets wrapped up by A.J. Johnson after about a gain of 5. It is now 4th and 17. Field goal is good by Steven Gostkowski. Let's see if Denver can get back into this game. They seem to be moving the ball decently on the ground, but Drew Lock needs to find some momentum throughout the air. Drew Lock in the I formation there. Looks like this might be a handoff to Phil, and it is. Or no, that was Melvin Gordon. My bad. It's Melvin Gordon with his first rush as the Denver Bronco gets about a gain of 3 yards there. Melvin Gordon, I think, is more of the elusive back, while Phillip is the speedy back. But I like Phillip Lindsay way more than Melvin Gordon, in my opinion. Handoff, Phillip Lindsay. But nothing is there, as there is a flag, and it's going to be on the Denver Broncos. Dalton Reisner, as you can hear him on the mic, trying to say, no, it was not me. 2nd and 17 for Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. He's going to find Phillip Lindsay out of the backfield, who almost gets the first down yardage. 12 for 21 for 134. Drew Lock, you know, really needs to start throwing the ball a little bit more than relying on the run game. But if the run game is doing that for you, Phillip Lindsay with a nice gain of about 15 there. 10 rushes for 136 yards for the undrafted back 2 years ago. He has been something special for this team, and I'm really hoping in real life they sign him to a contract extension. Drew Lock, he's going to zip down the middle, and what a great catch by Tim Patrick. Gets upended, but able to get into Tennessee Titans territory. 24 yards for the young man, as it's going to be another handoff as Phil gets swallowed in the backfield by Harold Landry. Man, we cannot rely on him the entire game. 2nd down and 10. Melvin Gordon in there to pass block as he's going to dump it down. That's Noah Fant, who's able to fight forward for the first down yardage. 1st down to the 32-yard line. We are finally moving this ball. I formation, looks like that's Melvin Gordon in the backfield yet again with Andrew Beck as that fullback. And it's going to be a handoff to Melvin Gordon, who's going to fight, who's going to plow forward for the first down yardage. That's 3 straight first downs on 3 straight plays. That was a great little burst of speed for Melvin Gordon. Able to let Phillip Lindsay rest on the bench there. As Drew Lock is now going to go empty here. Cortland Sutton on the bottom of your screen there as he takes the snap. Drew Lock has to get rid of it, and he just is able to get rid of it before he takes the sack. That's something that Vic Fangio probably taught to him at halftime. You have to get rid of the ball before you get sacked. That's just football 101. As Drew Lock, he's going to find his target. Looks like that is Tim Patrick yet again for about a gain of 4 yards. This now brings up 3rd and 6, nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Denver needs to score a touchdown here. As a little bit of miscommunication there to Noah Fant, as that brings up 4th down and 6. Don't know exactly what was happening there. It looked like Noah Fant ran back towards the line of scrimmage for some reason as Drew Lock tried to dump it down to him. Brandon McManus field goal is good, 17-10 in the favor of the Titans still. Tennessee with the 7-point lead nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, almost into the 4th quarter, and they've been playing this game really well as they're going to try an end around to A.J. Brown, but Bradley Chubb with the great play, able to wrap his arms around both the tackle and the receiver as he was trying to run right past him. 2nd down and 10 now at the 25-yard line. Tannehill in the shotgun with Derrick Henry next to him. I'm surprised that they're not throwing it, that they're not running it more, as Von Miller causes the throw out of sack there. 3rd and 10 for the Titans. If Denver stops them right here, they might have a chance to get the momentum back in their favor, as Tannehill's going to dump it down to Jonnu Smith, but it's well short of the sticks. 4th and 5. Tennessee Titans are going to punt. After almost about a 40-yard punt for the Titans, Drew Lock takes the field yet again. It was a good drive, stalled by a little bit of miscommunication there by Noah Fant, as Philip Lindsay's going to take the ball again, but only is able to get to the line of scrimmage. 12 rushes for 136 yards. That is definitely deserving of a game ball if the Broncos are able to get out of this rut that they are in on offense. As that is the end of the third quarter. The Titans are up 17-10. All they scored so far is a field goal in the second half, but so is Denver. So let's see if the Broncos are able to get out of this little hole that they dug themselves in. Second down and 10, bunch formation at the bottom of your screen with Portland at the top. Drew Lock's going to take the snap, dumping down to the screen. Philip Lindsay's able to break the tackle, spins out of a tackle for the first down marker. Almost was a sack if Drew just wasn't able to get that out fast enough, but he was able to flip it just before. As it's going to be another screen to Philip Lindsay, but this time they get him in the backfield. That was Jadeveon Clowney yet again. He's been all over this field, sacking Drew Lock and making tackles all over the place. Second down and long for the Broncos, as they're going to have to find something else other than screens. That they're going to find a short pass to Jerry Jeudy there, just to the 49-yard line. That was about a gain of 8 yards. 3rd and 4. You know, they might think of going for it on 4th down, as this time no miscommunication for Noah Fant. That is a Denver first down to the 43-yard line. First down and 10. Following that play, it looks like a 2 running back formation here. Drew Lock in the shotgun with Cortland Sutton on the bottom of your screen there. Gonna dump it down to Philip Lindsay, who gets about a gain of 3 yards on the play. Good way to get that first down play going. Drew Lock in the shotgun once again, as he's going to take the snap. Looks like he's setting up yet another screen, but fumble by Philip Lindsay. Harold Landry with the fumble recovery, went to the screen way too many times, and that is a fumble for the young Colorado native, and that is his first fumble as a pro. Doing some simulating here. Let's see if the defense is able to stop him before anything else happens. That was just unlucky for Philip Lindsay, as it looks like the Titans are about to extend their lead, and they do. The Denver Broncos not really looking like they have that much fight in them, but Jerry Jeudy is having a great play as Cortland Sutton finds the ball for 24 yards. Denver is moving. Let's see if they are able to score a touchdown and not a field goal, but Jayon Brown with the sack. But Denver able to convert to Deshaun Hamilton for 10 yards. Let's see. They have to get a touchdown, and that's 2 straight sacks, and that looks like it's about to be the end of the game. Denver falls 31-10. That is just terrible, as the Titans are gonna kneel the ball out, and that is a loss of 21 points. Denver, it looked close, it really did, but Drew Lock just made way too many mistakes, dumped it down to Philip Lindsay one too many times, and that caused the fumble. And ultimately, even with that Philip Lindsay run, Denver falls short. That is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. As we look at the stats here, Drew Lock, you know, it wasn't a bad debut. 26 for 43, maybe threw the ball way too much. 66 QBR rating, that's just terrible. 244 yards, 1 interception. As Ryan Tannehill, 24 for 31, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Longest pass for him was 22 yards. Rushing on the day, Derrick Henry, 25 for 172 yards, about 6.8 yards a carry for a touchdown. Philip Lindsay was the bright spot on this offense, though. 12 for 136, about 11.3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown, but also had that fumble. For receiving, Philip Lindsay had the most receptions out of the game for 48 yards. Jerry Jeudy had a great rookie debut, 6 for 91 yards, about 15.1 yards a catch. Noah Fant, 42 yards. You know, Tim Patrick had a 3-catch day. Deshaun and Cortland was only targeted. Let's see, we can't really tell that much, but only caught the ball once for Cortland Sutton. On the defense, DeMar Dotson let 2 sacks go as well. I mean, that was just, you know, there's nothing you can do. That was against Jadeveon Clowney. Just, you know, as you can see, 3 sacks for Jadeveon here. You know, Jeffrey Simmons, Malcolm Butler had a sack too. Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, Kareem Jackson had sacks for us, and Jonathan Joseph had that interception. All in all, it was a little bit of a disappointing game as the Broncos fell, you know, basically got blown out by the Titans on their home opener, 31-10. But let's see if we can capitalize next week. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Heinz Field. You know, they are a tough division, or, you know, not division, but conference matchup every time. The Steelers were the other Monday Night Football game on that doubleheader day as they were able to beat the New York Giants 35-24. Big Ben Roethlisberger with his first game since that injury last year. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, as Daniel Jones also threw for 2 touchdowns. No interceptions, though. Did he have any fumbles is the question. Did not look like he did, which is surprising. Rushing on the ground, James Conner got 67 yards, while Jalen Samuels got 44. Benny Snell also got a little bit of carries there, didn't he? For receiving, Deontay Johnson, 98 yards and a touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 93 yards and a touchdown. While the other touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers went to Eric Ebron on a 1-yard touchdown score. And looking at the other you know, players here, Chase Claypool didn't look like he played all that much on that game. You know, in real life, he's a real baller player. And looking on the defense here, Isaac Yiadom, a former Denver Bronco, on the board there. It looked like he had the most tackles. As Cameron Hayward, T.J. Watt, and Bud Dupree, and Vince Williams all got on the board for sacks. Didn't really look like anything happened with the the Giants with any sacks at all. As for the interceptions here, James Bradbury got the interception on Big Ben Roethlisberger. After that Week 1 loss to the Tennessee Titans, we have an upgrade point for Bradley Chubb, and we are going to spend it on the speed rushing archetype. You know, obviously that's his main, you know, main key weapon is his speed, as he gets an acceleration boost, a finesse move boost, pursuit and tackle boost, +1s to his coverages, but you won't really see Bradley Chubb in coverage that much. But there was a good upgrade all around. Alright everyone, I think that is where I'm going to call it on a first episode. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please click that like button, maybe hit the subscribe and the bell notification right next to that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any uploads from this franchise mode. And my name is the Flute Guy Games. Tell me what you thought in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.